This week, we reveal the secrets of the Sith.
February 10th, 2021. Gizmodo breaks the news. Gina Carano is no longer a part of Star Wars. 2 days later, Ben Shapiro on his YouTube channel announces that Gina Carano will be producing and acting in her own film, working with The Daily Wire.
Disney decided that they were going to drop the actress Gina Carano. They decided they were going to drop her from The Mandalorian because she's conservative. It is that simple. It is not because she did anything that is truly terribly offensive to anybody. And so, yesterday, in the immediate aftermath of the decision by Disney and Lucasfilm to dump Gina, I called Gina, and we talked. And we decided that Daily Wire's next film will be starring and produced by Gina Carano. Gina just sent us a quote. Here is what she said. "The Daily Wire is helping to make one of my dreams to develop and produce my own film come true. I cried out and my prayer was answered. I'm sending out a direct message of hope to everyone living in fear of cancellation by the totalitarian mob. I've only just begun using my voice, which is now more free than ever before. I hope it inspires others to do the same. They can't cancel us if we don't let them." The establishment monolith is the Death Star. And we're the folks with the single fighter X-Wing, or the single-seater X-Wing. That's us. They're not vulnerable to major attack from the outside, but they are vulnerable to their own cancel culture, which allows us to build X-Wings to take them on.
February 16th, 2021. The Oscars YouTube channel releases a video with Kathleen Kennedy virtue signaling about strong, independent women and how she supports and honors them, just days after firing Gina Carano. The same day, the video received so many dislikes to likes ratio that the Oscars disabled the likes and dislikes count and the comments on the video. Fortunately, one of my YouTube viewers, Duncan Anya, captured a lot of the comments before they were disabled on the Oscars Kathleen Kennedy video. He was kind enough to make me aware and lend me the comments so that I could share them with you. Let's take a look.
Fade in.
That same day, Gina Carano becomes the most popular actor among males and females on the IMDb website. Disney Lucasfilm literally fired their strongest asset. February 18, 2021, the Star Wars YouTube channel puts up a video, War of the Bounty Hunters, Secrets of the Sith, and more. The video immediately gets ratioed for likes and has an unlimited amount of comments that are unfavorable to Lucasfilm. Let's look at a few. Happy birthday, James Earl Jones. Being a Star Wars fan is an abusive relationship. They destroyed Star Wars. Wearing a shirt doesn't make you a fan. Star Wars hates strong independent women. Disney supports the camps in China. Disney hates strong women, which tells us a lot about your company. Hollywood should be ashamed of what they did to Gina Carano. Hashtag fire Kathleen Kennedy. Disney and Kathleen empower women. We like strong women. Disney and Kathleen proceeds to act like an abusive husband who beats and throws out his wife when she voices her own opinion and thoughts. Fade in, fade out, fade away. What Kathleen Kennedy did to Gina Carano was disgusting. Hashtag justice for Gina Carano. Hashtag cancel Disney Plus. Hashtag fire Kathleen Kennedy. I bet Star Wars will remove my comment just because I don't support an executive that has ruined the greatest franchise. We need actually strong women, not a weak woman that can't even fire someone through the proper channels. The force is female unless you have the wrong political opinion. Then you can fade out. Isn't that right, KK? Beep, bop, boop. Cancel KK and her entire story group. Hashtag we love Gina Carano. Disney hates strong women unless they do exactly what they're told to do by Disney. Did you ever hear the tragedy of Darth Kennedy the Unwise? I thought not. It's not a story Disney would tell you. Bring back Cara Dune, only with Gina Carano. Nothing else matters. Gather round, younglings. You ever heard the tragedy of Darth Kennedy the Unwise? What was done to Gina is truly disgusting. She is a warrior for women. Silly, silly Star Wars. Rian Johnson, the guy who ruined Luke Skywalker, is getting a Star Wars trilogy? Nah, I'm done. Legends is way better than what y'all are doing. Fade in. Please, fade in. Lucasfilm removing dislikes. Cowards. Hashtag fire Kathleen Kennedy. I'm afraid that Gina's fanbase would still be quite operational when your Mandalorian 3 arrives. Fade in. Lucasfilm hates strong women. Disney hires their first female star who doesn't have a Barbie body and can genuinely kick tail, and they fire her for having opinions that are different from their own. Read Gina's quotes directly. They are being misrepresented by the Disney empire and its lapdogs in the media. Cancel Disney. I divested in Disney and canceled Disney Plus. This isn't fun anymore. Darth Kennedy is destroying Star Wars. Please stop enabling her. Fade in. You're only a strong female if you think like me. Kenobi, you will never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy. Luke, what's wrong with Mos Eisley? I'm talking about Disney. Try to keep up. Kathleen Kennedy should retire immediately. Fade in. What a woke move. To remove the commentary and dislikes from the Oscars video. Y'all should have been ashamed of yourselves for firing Gina Carano. Should have gotten rid of Kathleen Kennedy instead. Fade in. The force is female. My arse. If you're a strong independent woman with your own views, Darth Kennedy will strike you down. Hashtag we love Gina Carano. Remember when Star Wars was fun? Now it's full of hate. Thanks, Kathleen Kennedy. You fired the wrong woman. Not Gina, but Kathleen Kennedy needs to go. Remember when you made John Boyega smaller in a poster and forgot James Earl Jones' B-Day and fired a woman for having the same tweet a man did? Cancel Disney Plus and Lucasfilm is toxic. I'm sure they will censor all of these comments because they are cowards. Bring back Cara Dune. Dispatch Kathleen Kennedy. People hate your insufferable tone-deaf politics. Your audience lives outside of Twitter. Disney and Star Wars hate strong women. Get your politics out of Star Wars, Kathleen Kennedy. Kathleen Kennedy seems to be devoid of any support from any consumer demographic. Fade in, we don't know what Star Wars is, so it's the fans' fault. You would think rather than remove comments and dislikes, you would maybe listen to your fans. Fire Kennedy. Apologize to fans and Gina so you can move on. I hope the fans don't let up. You have crossed the line. Fix it or give the property back to George. We will not give you any money for this trash. Disney won't stop until there is nothing left of the Star Wars we all once loved. KK, the force is female. Also, KK, unless you're Gina Carano. Disney, your behavior is morally bad and you should feel bad. Bring back Gina Carano. Fade in, showing my support for a great female actress. Gina, we want you back as Kara. Fade in, my younglings, and let me tell you the tale of Darth Kennedy, the Oblivious. Disney removed the strongest and most loved female character actor they have had in years. Rehire Gina Carano. Hashtag we love Gina Carano. And it goes on and on and on. All negative comments. This video is about a new comic book and things going on at Star Wars. Nobody gives a damn, and all they're talking about is Kathleen Kennedy's hypocrisy, Lucasfilm's hypocrisy, and like I said in my last video, from now on, Lucasfilm, all of your videos are going to get ratioed. The fans are sick of it. You must start to respect and listen to us. The game is over. February 19th, 2021, the Lucasfilm YouTube uploads a Tuskegee Airmen video from 2007 trying to pander to the black community. The video immediately gets ratioed and they had to disable the comments because all the fans are starting to strike back at the hypocrisy of Lucasfilm. It has become so bad that every single video on the Lucasfilm YouTube channel has now turned the comment section off and hidden the like to dislike ratio. I have shown you the first 10. There are 40 videos in this Lucasfilm playlist. All of them, even down to the last, has the likes and dislikes shut off and the comments turned off. I ask that you do not dislike these videos because the Tuskegee Airmen are not a part of or to blame for Kathleen Kennedy's actions. But please do make sure you leave a dislike and comment on the Star Wars YouTube video, War of the Bounty Hunters, Secrets of the Sith, and more. Lucasfilm must learn its lesson. I just now refreshed the page. As you can see, the dislikes have increased. February 21, 2021, Ben Shapiro releases his interview with Gina Carano.
I ended up putting Beep Bop Boop in my Twitter bio. And 100%, it was 100% to go to the Twitter mob that was telling you what to do. And it had zero to do with trying to go after the transgender community, because I would never do that. And let's put something in my bio just to show, like, I can put whatever I want in my bio. Just like they put, like, whatever they want in their bio, like Trash Panda and all this stuff. And, like, you know, so I just put these noises in my bio, and then there was this crazy meltdown. You know, like boxers headhunt sometimes and they forget to go to the body. I feel like Disney or Lucasfilm or whoever it is, maybe just certain people in that company, I feel like I've been being headhunted for the last, I don't know how many months. And you can feel it, you know, like just a couple weeks ago, Lucasfilm asked an artist that they employ to erase my character and put a different character in place. And, you know, he proudly announces this on Twitter and erases my character and puts, you know, another character in place. And all of the fans of Cara Dune were just outraged. You know, they're like, why didn't you just add the character? Why did you have to take off the character? Is there something wrong? Is Gina getting fired? I've been through so much, and I've seen so much now clearly of like the bullying that's been taking place. And I saw it before. It's not like, I mean, I'm not the only one that's ever been bullied by this company. And I know that so deeply that I could share a story and it would turn things around in the media, but I can't do that because it would be selling out. A friend that I don't really have the same views as, but I'm not gonna, you know, sell out somebody to take the attention off me. So if that person said something about how hard I went to bat for that person, it would change things. But everybody's afraid of losing their job. I have love for everyone. I'm not a hateful person. In fact, I go out of my way, and I have gone out of my way my entire life not to be a hateful person. I mean, yeah, I've fought in the ring, and I do have hot blood, but it's usually hot blood when it deals with people being bullied. And when I saw people being bullied that were silenced and scared to speak, I don't want to speak. I want to create art, you know? But I have a big problem with bullies, and I have a big problem with, you know, I don't have a problem with power. I have a huge problem with abuse of power.
Well, I mean, it was fair, and look, it was obvious to everybody, and I said this to you when we first spoke, that it was obvious that this had nothing to do with anti-Semitism. The post obviously was not anti-Semitic. You'd have to completely twist the post backwards in order to get to the idea that it was anti-Semitic, since it was specifically decrying the treatment of Jews. It was saying what happened to Jews was evil, and this should never happen again, and that's why you should be careful about how you treat your neighbor.
Yeah.
You know, the Jewish community is, I think, properly very sensitive about Holocaust comparisons. And so, you know, I myself on my show said that we have to be careful about when we invoke the Holocaust. But here's the thing, Disney Plus and Lucasfilm don't care how you invoke the Holocaust if you happen to be of a different political persuasion.
No.
And I pointed out on Twitter right away, as soon as this broke, that Pedro Pascal, who was your co-star in The Mandalorian, the lead in that show, that Pedro Pascal had put out a Holocaust meme in 2018 in which he not only got the facts wrong, he actually posted a picture from not the American border in 2018 and called it America 2018. He then compared the treatment of migrant children in 2018 to victims of the Holocaust in 1941, which is absolutely absurd on every level. And of course, Disney Plus and Lucasfilm had no problem with that whatsoever. They never said anything about it. They never responded to the comparison. They never said that it was anti-Jewish or anti-Semitic to make that comparison in any way. There was pretty obviously a double standard at play here.
Oh, and there has been. I mean, they've been all over me, and they've been watching me like a hawk. And I'm watching, you know, other people on the same production, you know, and they can say everything they want. And that's where I had a problem. I had a problem because I wasn't going along with the narrative. I like to post think pieces. And what I found is those are what get me in the trouble the most, because that's when everybody starts putting their opinion out there. It's like, you know, like the last poster, they were like, oh, look at what she said. And I was like, why don't you guys do your homework a little better? Like, it doesn't say Republican and conservative in that post. I just wanted people to think, and I put up something and people were putting their own perspective and spin on it, and then they put words into my mouth that I never say. And then they start, you know, then it starts trending in all of these, you know, these big newspapers and news articles, and you're like, do you know me? Like, get to know me. Like, I told, you know, they're transgender people. I was like, let's talk. I'll look you in your eyes. You're not gonna feel hate. I promise you. You're coming for me. I know you are. They're making it very obvious through their employees that were coming for me. And so I was like, well, well then I'm gonna go down swinging then. And I'm gonna stay true to myself, and I'm gonna let that speak. And I think that's speaking. So when you called, I'm still like, my body still is shaking, you know, it's still devastating. But the thought of this happening to anybody else, especially like somebody who could not handle this the way I can, no, they don't get to do that. They don't get to make people feel like that. And if I buckle them, then little girls and little boys who are not getting they're not getting a good, fair shake at growing up right now, if I buckle, it's gonna make it okay for these companies who have a history of lying to be lying and to do this to other people. And they've done it to other people. And I'm not going down without a fight. My family's the type of family on both sides, you know, you're not getting anything for free. You earn your keep, you're responsible, and you get out there and you work. I do want people to know that, you know, this has not been easy. And I think, you know, I'm a human being. I have so much to learn and grow, and I am deeply understanding. It's like the curtains got pulled, and I'm seeing so much. And so that's been a very large realization. So I do think when this does happen to people, it's like, you know, being canceled might become trendy one day. But don't think that when it happens to you, it's going to be easy, because it's not. It's going to be maybe possibly one of the hardest things that you've ever been through. I'm about love and real, true diversity. The fans and the people have rallied behind me and spoken with their voice and made their voice heard. And I feel so stripped in a way of like, like I feel so down, but at the same time, I have the biggest fire inside of me, because I feel the need for this, for people. They're drinking it like it's water. They needed somebody to do this. They need somewhere else to go. They're all afraid. And the movement's been insane. I'm busier than ever. I can't even keep up with it, because I lost, you know, half my team. I can't even keep up with the incoming. I mean, there's so much, and I'm trying to like read all the scripts, but like, it's so exciting. I mean, I said it earlier this year that like I want to do my own, you know, project. I have dreams. I want to push it here. I want to produce. I want to, you know. And I was really excited about that. I just didn't think it was going to come like this. Like, I didn't think it was going to like really like, I knew it could be a possibility, but when you think something's a possibility and then it happens, you're like, wow. And I think if anything, I think there's a fire right now in people's hearts. They're speaking. The people are speaking. They're speaking right now out there. And I think, honestly, Hollywood's shook. I think they're shook. I think they see the hypocrisy. I think they see the double standard. And I read this somewhere. It's like, don't try to ruin my life with lies when your life can be ruined with the truth. And you got billion-dollar companies raining down on me from every different place. And do I really even need to say anything? Like, you're showing it. You're showing what you do to people. You're showing you don't give them a voice. You're showing you're not going to listen. You're not going to see a person past, you know, what you've read in a very skewed article. You're showing what bullies you are against one voice here. One. I'm that petrifying to these billion-dollar companies? Well, good. I hope I am. And I hope everybody else becomes that. I mean, this is what they're afraid of. They're afraid of one voice. Imagine.
Well, it is, again, amazing that the same company that has decided that you are too much to work with is thanking the government of China in a province where they are committing genocide against Uyghur Muslims at the end of Mulan. So clearly they have, the double standard is extraordinarily strong. Go to dailywire.com, click subscribe, use promo code GINA for 25% off. You can hear the rest of our conversation over there.
From here on out, Disney Lucasfilm, like I told you, all of your videos are going to get ratio. You chose this, not us the fans. I am one small YouTube channel, one voice. I can only leave one dislike. You are obviously getting ratio because you have pissed off all of the Star Wars fans. Change your ways or fade out. Please like, subscribe, and comment on the video. May the Force be with you.
Impressive. Most impressive.